The New York Knicks finally did it. After 25 years of disappointment, heartbreak, and meme-worthy meltdowns, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. For most franchises, that's a reason to celebrate. A step in the right direction. Proof the rebuild worked. But this is the Knicks. Instead of building on that success, they did what they always do, implode at the first sign of pressure. The face of the team didn't want change. The fans didn't want change. But the front office hit the panic button anyway. And firing Thibodeau? That was just the beginning. The Pacers weren't the problem, reality check. Let's kill this narrative right now. The Knicks didn't lose to some scrub team. The Pacers were one of the hottest teams in the league after January 1st. They stormed through the playoffs and earned every inch of that finals berth. But casual fans, they hear Pacers and think trash. Wrong. This wasn't a fluke. This wasn't some Cinderella story. The Knicks got beat. And they got beat by a team with a better game plan, faster tempo, and way more offensive flexibility. So no, the Knicks didn't get embarrassed. They got exposed. And instead of owning that, the franchise made someone pay. Why fire Tom Thibodeau? Tom Thibodeau led the Knicks to 51 wins, a top-tier defense, a second-round win against the defending champs, and he got fired. Why? Because in New York, stability is suspicious. The minute something starts working, someone inside the building decides it's working too well. Thibs wasn't perfect. He grinds his players, rides his stars too long. But this was his best coaching year in a decade. You don't fire that guy unless there's something else going on. So, what was really behind the decision? 2 words, power dynamic. The Brunson family problem, no one's talking about. Here's where things get spicy. Jalen Brunson, the Knicks' undisputed franchise player, didn't want Thibs gone. In fact, his own father was Thibs' lead assistant. Rick Brunson is more than a coach. He's a direct pipeline to his son. That's a good thing, right? Not if you're in the front office trying to keep control. Frank Isola, a 20-year Knicks insider, dropped a quiet bomb. There are people inside the organization who want Rick gone too. That's how deep the fractures go. The tension isn't just between the locker room and management. It's inside management itself. This wasn't about Thibs. It was about a brewing civil war. Brunson plus Towns, oil and water. Let's get into the real basketball stuff. Jalen Brunson is a certified star. Clutch, calm, surgical. But he's small. That means you have to hide him on defense every single night. Karl Anthony Towns, great shooter, elite offensive touch, but a defensive headache. He needs to be protected. So what happens when you pair 2 guys who both need help defensively? You give every opposing team a neon-lit mismatch. On-off stats back it up. With both on the floor, negative net rating. With just Cat, positive. With just Brunson, positive. Together, less than the sum of their parts. And in the playoffs, when weaknesses get magnified, it nearly broke them. Everyone's tired of Cat, and it's getting personal. Nobody in the NBA gets clowned like Karl Anthony Towns. Fans call him soft, analysts call him overrated. And then you've got Gilbert Arenas, who took it to another level entirely, talking about Cat's body type like he's scouting for a WNBA team. It's gross, but it's also a sign. Cat's reputation is so damaged that even other players treat him like a joke. The Athletic reported that even inside the locker room, his teammates were frustrated, not with his skill, but his attitude. He botched coverages, didn't communicate, and acted like defense wasn't important. At 29, that's unacceptable. You can't teach effort after 10 seasons in the league. Mikal Bridges, from savior to shrinking. The Knicks mortgaged the future, 5 first-round picks, to get Mikal Bridges. He was supposed to be the missing piece, a 2-way wing who could stretch the floor and lock up stars. Instead, he gave them his worst season since his rookie year. 35% from deep, spotty defense, invisible in big moments. This isn't what they paid for, and now, his trade value is shot. If they try to move him, they'll get a fraction of what they gave up. If they keep him, they might have to overpay to keep him from walking. Classic Knicks move, all in, at the wrong time. The Knicks have no good options. New York has 4 paths forward, and all of them suck. Run it back. Hope chemistry saves the day. Spoiler, it won't. Build a defense around Brunson and Towns. That's not possible unless you clone Draymond Green. Lean into offense, but you're already capped out. Blow it up, and admit this whole plan was a bust. No matter what, someone has to go. But no team wants KAT's $61 million player option, and Bridges' stock is tanking. They box themselves in, and there's no clean exit. 8. The trade rumor spiral. Durant, Booker, and the slam cover. Then there's the drama bait. Kevin Durant's reportedly on the market. And guess who might want to get the gang back together? KD, Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns were all part of that iconic 2019 slam cover with D'Angelo Russell. And now, D'Lo's a free agent. The stars are aligning. Phoenix could try to build that dream trio, but don't count the Knicks out just yet. They've sniffed around KD before, and lost. He chose the Nets in 2019, and that snub still stings. Would he even consider the Knicks? Probably not, but hey, this team runs on delusion. Still, if they could flip Randall, a pick, and some depth for Durant, it's not the worst trade in the world. The Giannis fantasy, could it happen? And then there's the big fish, the one every franchise dreams of, Giannis Antetokounmpo. If Giannis demands a trade, the Knicks will be first in line to throw everything they have at Milwaukee. The problem? Everything they have isn't enough, unless Giannis specifically says, "I only want New York." The Knicks can't outbid teams like OKC, Miami, or Toronto. They're already short on draft picks and high-value assets. But hey, dreams keep this franchise alive, and nothing fuels Knicks fans like a fantasy. The Knicks can't handle winning. Here's the hard truth. The Knicks have a pattern, and it's been playing out for 30 years. Every time they win, they panic. They implode. They break something that isn't broken. Tom Thibodeau wasn't the problem, he was the glue. And now that he's gone, the real chaos begins. Rick Brunson is next. Towns is being shopped. The roster is cracking. And the only thing guaranteed is that the Knicks will do what they've always done. Get in their own way. Giannis, the East, and what's next? Giannis reportedly wants to stay in the East. KD might be moved. D'Lo's on the market. And the Knicks? They're trying to land superstars with no cap space, no leverage, and a shaky locker room. But hey, that's New York, a place where drama is tradition, and chaos isn't a surprise. It's the plan.